Hello. Now, eat fruit today. The missions of Eat Fruit Today is to supply fruit to those in need through charity, to provide health information and educate on fruit through charity. Matter of fact, I got the paperwork right here. To educate, make sure I say it correctly, is to provide health information and educate about fruit through charity, and to guide individuals to healthier living in small towns and villages of 1,500 and under, 1,500 people and under through charity. Eat Fruit Today was started on March 26, 2015. It came as an idea because I was in a nervous slump, and I was like, oh, I gotta do something with my life. I gotta do something positive. And I said, okay, one thing about me, I always struggle with dieting. I always struggle with dieting. I always struggle with eating healthy. So I said, well, maybe if I start a nonprofit, it'll help me become and eat healthier. And sure enough, it did. Now, Eat Fruit Today is the biggest fruit provider and the biggest fruit non-profit in the whole world. Yes, it is. It's the largest fruit non-profit in the whole world. And it all started in Atlanta, South Carolina on March 26, 2015. It's the largest fruit provider. And we go around, we distribute oranges, we distribute apples, we distribute pears, we distribute cherries, we distribute coconuts, we distribute watermelons, we distribute plums, we distribute peaches, because we do. We're the largest fruit nonprofit of all time. We have the fruit festivals, which are the largest fruit events in the whole entire world. And, being in the philanthropy, it really gets you fired up doing those type of things. It really does, because we have these events. We've been in Spain. We've been in Asia, all parts of Asia, throughout Asia. China, Japan, Indonesia, Singapore, Philippines. We've been in all throughout Asia, Europe. We got France, Germany, Spain, as I mentioned previously, Portugal. We've been around. We've been in the United Kingdom, South America, Brazil, Peru, Chile, Argentina, North America, Canada, Mexico, United States, Puerto Rico. Yes, we are the largest fruit nonprofit in the whole world, because the mission is to provide fruit to those in need. That's the first one. That's the first one, through charity. Because we understand that when you do things through charity, it's done with a great will and a higher purpose. And now, as I talk to all you all in this room, all the employees, we gotta make sure that we are prepared for the next fruit festival. We gotta make sure we're prepared for the next fruit festival, because we need to distribute these fruit and make sure we have activities and games that are the best. That's right, are the best. Now, make sure we got the nutritionists around, because we want to make sure that we have the knowledge on what's the correct fruit that needs to be eaten to handle certain proper issues. That's right, the employees. Because I remember I made this first newsletter. This is the first newsletter I ever made. Eat Fruit Today newsletter, Volume 1, Issue 1. Issue 1. And it started off with this: add fruit to your diet, which was the first ever article. Apples, oranges, bananas, grapes, kiwi, pineapples, and strawberries are great foods, and they are healthy, and it is tempting to eat candy because of the sweetness they provide, but fruit are sweet too, and they provide health benefits. Fruit helps the immune system increase energy and improve the skin. In 2015 and beyond, fruit will continue to provide health benefits while candy will disrupt the inner workings of your human body. Exercising becomes a lot easier when a person eats fruit compared to eating foods that are harmful to the body. As previously stated, some fruits some fruit gives energy, and those are fruit that our individual needs to eat in order to have more energy for work and or any extracurricular activities they involve themselves in. Many fruit have been eaten quickly and not allowed to sit around. Many fruit have to be eaten quickly and not allowed to sit around because they can spoil easily. They can quickly spoil. Eating fruit daily has long-term positive effects over eating candy for the long term. Fruit grows on different plants and they provide different benefits. Adding fruit to your diet should be mandatory, just like getting clothes and shelter as well as having transportation. Fruit should be essential and looked upon as a ritual. It has to be done. Once a person gets into the habit, it becomes commonplace. That was the new article I wrote for Eat Fruit Today. Because I felt as though Eat Fruit Today newsletters had to go off. I started with targeting beauty salons, barbershops, and libraries. And libraries. And libraries. First, I started those are the first areas that I started. Those were the first areas that I started. But then from there, I had to change the camera angle. And then from there, I moved up. Because I said, I want to target up. That's what I want to target. But everything didn't go like I was playing. Because every time I was playing things, sometimes it expanded out. It got bigger. It got bigger. It got bigger than I ever imagined it could be. Like I said, I'm a global non-profit now. And he's helping everything. Like the Salvation Army was starting in the United Kingdom, I believe. Man, we're bigger than bigger than the Salvation Army ever got. Yeah, we are just that big, and we are about health. Because it falls into the health category. This non-profit falls into the health category. And I see all my employees out here. Well, not my employees. Y'all employees of brand Eat Fruit Today. And it's a privilege. I'm not the face of this company. This non-profit never was in my eyes. I just want to get it going, get it started, because I believe in the mission. I want to eat healthy. Then when I got a group of people around me that was eating healthy, it made my life a lot easier, because I could eat healthier. Now, and I remember when I wrote this last section of this from the Eat Fruit Day paper, Volume 1, Issue 1, it said, what is Fruit Today Incorporated? Eat Fruit Today Incorporated has 3 missions: to supply fruit to those in need through charity, to provide health information and educate about fruit through charity, and to guide individuals to healthier living in small towns and villages of 1,500 people and under through charity. Currently, Eat Fruit Today is a non-profit, but it isn't a 501c3. The ultimate goal is to develop into a fruit pantry where fruit can be distributed on a weekly basis, as well as have monthly events and educational programs in correlation with fruit. There are 46 counties in South Carolina where Eat Fruit Today is incorporated. There are many towns with a population of 1,500 and below in South Carolina and SC. Staying true to the mission, there are the towns that Eat Fruit Today. There are the towns that Eat Fruit Today Incorporated can target. There are goals to link the towns and have groups who are in charge of making sure the mission is followed in these counties. And once it is shown that Eat Fruit Today can work in South Carolina, then it begins focusing on other areas in the South United States, and from there it can focus on all states. These are long-term goals, but right now Eat Fruit Today Incorporated is a non-profit in the beginning stages. It started on March 26, 2015. Eat Fruit Today will need the support of the community in order to start as well as keep going, but it has to make a positive impact and bring about real change in people's lives. If it doesn't do this, it needs to be dissolved. I hear people talking about giving back to the community. I take this to heart, and this is my way of giving back to the community. I don't know how far it can go. I don't know what Eat Fruit Today Incorporated can do in the short and long term. I just hope for the best. I do know if it doesn't do anything, at least the name of the nonprofit is a helpful reminder of what a child, an adult, as well as an elderly person should do regularly, and that is Eat Fruit Today. That was written by me. That was the start. That was the start of Eat Fruit Today. Now, that's what and like I said, it grew up from regional, locally, to a nationwide, to an international, multinational non-profit. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Eat Fruit Today. Eat Fruit Today. Eat Fruit Today. Eat Fruit Today. Yes, right. Eat Fruit Today. And now we have different locations, Eat Fruit pantries throughout the world. The famous red and green buildings. I mean, I drew a sketch, just whipped it together. Just whipped it together. One day when I was in South Carolina, I was going through a tumultuous time at the moment. Tumultuous times yield great things when it comes to me. Always does, always do, always will. And give me this. And I put it together. And I feel as though that when people come up to me and say, you know something? You changed my diet around. You allowed me to eat a lot healthier. You allowed me to eat a lot healthier. Eat Fruit Today has changed my life. I was going to be dead. I was going to have cancer. I had high blood pressure. I had diabetes. I had health issues. But Eat Fruit Today changed that. Eat Fruit Today changed that. As you can see, the boards around at Eat Fruit Today headquarters, where it talks about just individual stories about how fruit changed people's lives. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. How Eat Fruit Today have just changed people's lives. People was talking about how they pull away from candy. Even candy companies got pissed off with me, and they wanted to close out Eat Fruit Today. But the message has been so clear. When you're pissing off companies like that, you know that you're doing something good. They wanted to shut down Eat Fruit Today, saying that we were disrupting their sales. But how can we disrupt their sales if we're just advertising, giving away fruits? You know, people got to eat their cherries. You know, the slates of grapes going down your throat. Muscadines, peaches, the juice. Yes, the taste of fruit. Yeah. Yes. And then, I don't talk about juices, because I just talk about the fruits. But those indirectly those are indirectly related to what I'm talking about. Fruit. Yeah, big, giant watermelons. Crack it open. Yes. Eat fruit today. Because it's nourishment to your body. It's nourishment to your life. And it's nourishment. But I don't have to tell you all to eat fruit today, because all y'all are pretty much on diet. I wasn't on this. I was eating all kind of stuff. I started shifting my diet away from sweet things until eventually my diet just strictly became I don't even eat candies or chocolate or ice cream anymore. I just eat pretty much every sweet thing I eat is fruit. Fruit. That's it. Is fruit. I don't have any diabetes or high blood pressures. I'm a healthy individual. And all because I made the effort to make that change. That's right. I made the effort to make that change. You have to be aware of what you eat. Cause I remember I wrote this article too on my first ever newsletter. It's called Kendrick and the Nutritionist. Kendrick never really understood nutrients. He wanted to understand how the fruit was truly beneficial to him. He goes to the local fruit pantry and begins asking questions. Janet, the nutritionist, looks at him and can tell he is really excited about learning what fruit can do for him. Kendrick reveals he has started working out and that he wants to make sure his training and dieting is matched. He reveals that he desires to have a stronger frame. The nutritionist encourages him to eat grapes, but calcium and phosphorus. He begins to follow instructions. After working out for 6 months and adding grapes to his diet, Kendrick begins to feel healthier and a lot stronger. He goes back and visits the fruit pantry and sees Janet. He tells her the progress that he has made. More importantly, his results are visible. Kendrick continues adding fruit to his diet and his overall health improves. See, when you got a dream, that's right, I'm going there. When you've got a dream, you got to make it happen. You're gonna get criticized. You're gonna get laughed at. You're gonna get talked about. You're gonna get picked on. You're gonna be called crazy. You're gonna be scorned. You're gonna be told do something else. You're gonna be told all that stuff. But the thing about it is this. Eat fruit. Today I was told the same thing. Just like I was told the same thing with everything else I done. But one thing about me, I don't listen. When I do listen, I hear it and it disrupts me. But I still gonna do what I'm gonna do. And it resorted well. Now, as I look around, I see the employees. Y'all are all on salary. Some of y'all are volunteers. I like to keep it authentic. And we took this to the next level. Yeah, everybody knows that I'm a trillionaire. Was a thousandaire, was a millionaire, was a billionaire, then a trillionaire. And really, I don't really do much anything here anymore. They just call me to talk to you guys. Keep y'all fired up, going, You know, dreaming big is not really that hard. It's not. Dreaming big is really not that hard. So what I'm expecting from y'all with Eat Fruit today. Really, this is what I'm expecting to see. Since we have gone to all these different countries, more countries than any other nonprofit in the history of profitism. Since we've gone to more countries than any of them. What I'm looking at now, get into the details. Get into the details. That's right. Get into the details. How can you make the fruit festival better? How can you make the pantries better? How can you make the service better? How can you recruit more volunteers to make that better? How can you make the volunteers max out their abilities? How can you do it? That's right. How can you do it? That's right. Eat Fruit today is a multinational nonprofit. But how can you elevate it up? How can you get into the details more? Because I came to the point I couldn't do so much. I got a lot of things on my plate. I just want to feel what can you do? Your contribution from your hometown that you can bring your ideas, your concepts, your mentality, your power skills, your skill sets? How can you implement them into Eat Food Today and elevate it to another playing level, another higher level? That's right. How can you elevate it? How can you elevate Eat Food Today? I mean, we started with the newsletter, magazines, digital books, books from Eat Food Today. Books came from Eat Food Today. Digital, holograms, video games. I mean, really, it became bigger than I could ever dream of. But it's all ever getting started. So I need y'all to get started and Eat Food Today. Get your ideas started. Get your ideas started and take it up a notch. Look, I have no ties with Eat Food Today anymore. Really. Not really, just I'm the founder of it. And I believe in it. The mission is to provide fruit to those in need through charity. To supply fruit to those in need through charity. To provide health information and educate about fruit through charity. To guide individuals to healthier lifestyles in small towns and villages of 1,500 people and under through charity. You can do this. I was walking through the headquarters the other day, and something caught my eye. Something caught my eye. I saw a group of ladies working on a project for Eat Food Today, and it was so energetic. It was full of life. It was so energetic, full of life. Because when they looked at the chart, they said, today we're going to feed 10,000 people in third world nation that didn't have food. Get those kids. And then they had the pictures on their reactions. That made me feel good. I didn't know I was going to get this far. I didn't know Eat Food Today was going to get this far. I didn't know I was going to be able to see this day when I don't have to do nothing, but people will be in charge and taking the reins and doing phenomenal things. That's right. That is right. And it fills me up. It builds me up to see these phenomenal people doing these works for Eat Fruit Today. Because Eat Fruit Today is a phenomenal enterprise, which the stats show. We've reached millions of people. We've reached millions of people since the beginning of this. So we have their names listed down. We have reached millions of people. We have people change their diets because the supply of fruit to those who need through charity. We got the criteria for that. We can then provide health information, educate about fruit through charity. Through charity, we got the criteria for that, and that goes for anywhere. That goes for anywhere in the country. You know, to provide fruit to those in need through charity. That goes for anywhere, anybody. And then to guide to healthier lifestyle. To guide to healthier lifestyles in small towns and villages of 1,500 people under it goes just what it says. And we have special programs for that. When you got something in mind, you gotta have a deadline for it. And we set deadlines. We set deadlines early on. I had to set goals to get these newsletters out. And it fills me up to see that you all, the guys, the women, probably the women, it's probably the women, and I see all the hard work that goes into building Eat Fruit Today, and it's sustaining it. It's amazing. It's amazing to watch you all work and continue to, young from mine is 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, volunteers rather, working and making this happen. Because I told myself I needed to get out of here. Because I did not want to be 70-year-old person, 68-year-old person, 60-year-old person trying to relate to an 18-year-old. I had to get out. I didn't care about my timing. I had to get out. I did. And not drag on a legacy or ride on something. I had to transform myself and continually morph, which I have done extremely well. Age gracefully. Now, I look around and I see these young minds, 17-year-old volunteers, 16-year-old volunteers, 18-year-old leaders, 20-year-old leaders, 22-year-old leaders, 24-year-old leaders, 26-year-old leaders, 25, 23, 21-year-old leaders, 19-year-old leaders. They got me talking to a youth group. 27-year-old leaders, 28-year-old leaders, 29-year-old leaders, 30-year-old leaders, 31-year-old leaders, 32-year-old leaders. And the leadership is amazing. 32-year-old leaders, 6 months. Yes. Now look. And it's amazing because I come to the conclusion that it is amazing. It's amazing when I look at the crowd. Woo! Tired. Woo! I'm not tired. But look, tiredness. That's what happens when you're doing your dream. It's not you all that got me tired. The fact that when you're dreaming, you're sleeping. You're sleeping. And you gotta just continue to just crank it out. Even when you're halfway out of it, you still gotta be able to keep on pushing it. But I'm glad y'all getting these fruit today together because there's some major moves that we need to be making. I remember I wrote this newsletter. We put this newsletter together. I also had another story called Jackie Loves Apples. And it goes like this. Jackie lives in Ladder, SC, and she was wondering where she could get the freshest apples from. Jackie, as a child, always loved eating apples, bananas, and oranges, and even lemons. She tried growing an orange tree in her hometown, but the environment didn't allow the plant to grow. She would go to the grocery store, but she wasn't satisfied. She remembered as a child her grandfather had an apple tree in the backyard, and she would eat from this tree. One day, Jackie got an idea. She thought that she was going to find some apple trees in the area. Instead of going to the grocery store, she would pick her own. She picked her own peaches and strawberries occasionally, but she never picked apples. One Saturday, she woke up and began her hunt for some apple trees. While riding through rural South Carolina, she saw some trees, but she was afraid to ask the owner could she get some of the fruit. After riding through the area for a while, she gained the courage to go and knock on the door. Being it is the 21st century and people are full of schemes and deception, Jackie didn't think the family would allow her to pick fruit from their trees. Mr. Burgess walked to the door and he smiled. "Hello, ma'am," he said. Jackie greeted him and began to ask could she pick some apples. He said, "Yes, actually I'm getting too old to do that myself." Jackie was happy. She said she got to get her apples. Jackie loves apples. Now, with that being said, eat fruit today. Eat fruit today, everybody. Eat fruit today. Continue to, if you're going to live the message, do the message. If you're going to be working for the commission, y'all get a diet in your apple. If there's a small grape, eat that small grape. If there's a cherry, eat that small cherry. But make sure you eat fruit today, because as long as you're eating fruit today, we're going to go extremely far. We're going to go really far. And that's what it's all about. Just continue to shipping out things, doing a message, and living positive. and eating fruit today. Because dieting is important. It's a critical part of life. If you really want to have a long, healthy lifestyle full of energy, you need to make sure that you are dieting properly and eating the correct foods, and eating fruit today is the right message for you.